it's Anna, welcome to my channel. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I thought I'd share with you some of my favourite first lines of books. So, like for me, well, in writing in general I guess, a book really has to hook you, like in that first sentence or couple sentences. You know, it has to sort of tell you something about the book, whether it's about the main character, or the setting, or like what the conflict, or you know what the story's going to be about, essentially. And one of the ways that is really quite effective is sort of asking a question, like whether it's like an explicit question like why did this happen, or whether it's more implicit, like you're given a statement and then you're like, huh. So for me, all of these first lines that I'm going to read out to you have that sort of question that makes you want to keep reading. So my first example is from Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. So the first sentence is this: Juiced had two problems, the moon and his moustache. Now I'm like, how is the moon a problem? And moreover, what's wrong with his moustache? How is that a problem? And I mean, I haven't read the book yet. It's sort of in my ginormous TBR pile, but it got me hooked. And honestly, it is so odd that, you know, when I sort of started thinking about this video, that was the first thing that I thought of. I was like, I can't remember the name of the book for a minute or two, but I was like, there was that line where the guy was like, there's a problem, like there's something wrong with the moon and his moustache, and it just sort of sticks with you because it's got a bit of this weirdness to it, and it makes you wonder, well, actually, what could possibly be wrong with the moon? Anyway, another example for me is from Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Let me find it. So this is the prologue part. On the second Sabbath of 12th moon, in the city of Weep, a girl fell from the sky. So the question here is, what kind of city is called Weep? And why is there a girl falling from the sky? The next sentence says that she's blue as well, which is kind of hard to ignore when it's just there. But focusing on first sentences, it's intriguing. Well, obviously, you know, the first Sabbath of 12th moon, we're obviously in some sort of fantasy world where time is sort of counted differently. There's a girl falling from the sky, and there's a city called Weep. What's that about? So, yeah, that was another one that was sort of instant pull me in. Another example is from Avery by Charlotte McConaughey. It's the first book in the Chronicles of Kaya. So, first sentence here, not including the quotes at the beginning. The people of Kaya die in pairs. It goes on to say, so it is and will always be. But the people of Kaya die in pairs. So, why do they die in pairs? What pairs? How is a pair made? That sounded weird. But it was intriguing. and honestly it's one of my favourite series, and I should probably talk about it more on my channel, but I feel like I need to reread them so I can talk about them. Really, I just want to reread them, but you know. Another more recent example for me is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. So, the first sentence is, I have a heart for every year I've been alive. Again, it begs the question, what do you mean you have a heart for every year you've been alive? Like, how many hearts do you have, for starters? Are they actually your hearts? Whose hearts are they? Like, this is this whole idea of a hook and like an implicit or an explicit question. In most of these cases they're implicit, meaning that they're not actually stated as a question. Another example, I may have borrowed this from my school library and never given it back. Whoops. Is from The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. This is a story about a man named Eddie, and it begins at the end with Eddie dying in the sun. So, this is, yeah, again, this is another one of my, like, all-time favourite books. I didn't think I'd love it, and I did. And I wanted to know about this guy called Eddie, and why we were beginning, like, why we were beginning at the end. Another couple examples, I'll put my pictures up here somewhere. Another one is from The Raven Boys, which is the first in the Raven cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't know, I can't pronounce things, but Blue Sergeant had forgotten how many times she'd been told that she would kill her true love. That's pretty heavy. And who, like, who... Imagine being told that, though. Oh, you're gonna kill your true love. Awesome. Thanks. So, who is it that's telling her this? Who is her true love? Ooh, how's she gonna cope? All of these kind of thoughts. And again, there's another one that really pulled me in straight away. My last 3 examples are from books that I haven't read yet, but have bought and are, like, in my, like, top of my TBR. Like, they'll be read in the next 8 to 12 weeks, probably. So, another one is from Renegades by Marissa Meyer, I don't know. We were all villains in the beginning. Okay, cool. If you're not all villains anymore, kind of implies that there's a bit of a thing happening. Yeah, I'm losing words. Another example is from Scythe by Neil Shusterman. We must, by law, keep a record of all the innocents we kill. So, again, that's pretty heavy. Like, you've got who's killing innocents, why are innocents being killed, or why do you have to keep a record of it by law? You know, what sort of world is this? So, I literally bought that one like 2 days ago. And yeah, it makes you question. But I think that's the most important thing in a first sentence, or probably in a first paragraph. Like, I guess you have to make the reader sort of question, like, hey, you know, why is that? You know, I want to know the answer. And you have to get them invested right from the beginning, which is probably why I've never read Lord of the Rings, because I was bored out of my brain. I was like, I don't care, Tolkien. I don't give a crap about every blade of grass in the Shire. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't care about all the different greens. Oh, the forest is green. Oh, but that leaf is a different... Oh, there's a lot of greenery. That's what I remember from, like, the first chapter. Bloody Shire and every blade of bloody grass. Anyway, so, yeah, just a fun little experiment. Well, discussion. And me just talking about, you know, first lines that I think are pretty interesting. And, you know, draw me in and make me want to go. Like, get involved, read the book, find out the answer to this burning mystery. So, if you have any favourite first lines, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're feeling particularly kind and generous and amiable, subscribe to my channel. Please. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.